go live again. All right, it's loading. All right. Hey guys, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me pull us up just to make sure we're coming in live, loud, and in color over here. All right. All right, y'all. Hey everybody. Tawanta, how you doing, girl?
I am doing good, love. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Now that we
Yeah.
got this reconnection back again, we're about to take the world by storm.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
really, really are.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you everyone for coming on and tuning in. I reached out to Tawanta, my super friend, my super sister last night, and I said, I know we're gonna launch the Sister to Sister Connection show in January, the second week of January, actually. But I feel like we need to come on and just do this first look at the relaunch of the Sister to Sister Connection show and talk about what to expect, share like where we have been since we recorded our last episode, and let you guys know what's to come, right, Tawanta?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a whole lot. We have a whole lot to share with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely, we have a whole lot to talk about in
Yeah.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
We do,
We do.
we do.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna have Tawanta introduce yourself, but for those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Letitia Campbell. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm a business strategist, system strategist, all those things. Y'all know my accolades. Really, this particular live is not really to showcase that. It's really to celebrate us Black women and talk about, more importantly, the relaunch of the Sister Sister Connection Talk Show and how we need you viewers' help. But Tawanta, introduce yourself, Mama.
Yeah, so I am Tawanta Jones, and I'm a wife and a mom, and I have two beautiful daughters. One is 19. She's studying to be an actress, so she is taking online
Yes. Oh,
classes at a university in California.
yes.
If it wasn't for the pandemic, she will already be in Los Angeles right now. Um,
Mm.
but my youngest daughter, she's she will be 16 next month. So she is a sophomore now in high school. So I really don't have no babies, but they're still mommy's babies, of course, you
That's
know.
right. They're always going to be your babies.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
I am a businesswoman. I'm a consultant of Mary Kay. I've been doing that for about 18 plus years. But I'm also outside of that. I do have my own business going on as well. I am a mentor and a coach as well, working with women
Mhm.
and all those great things. And there's some other things going on that I'm not going to share as of yet. I'm going to make that a big surprise when that time comes, but it's going to be very, very soon. So I'm just totally excited about this new season that we are bringing in for you guys.
Yes, yes. I'm very much so excited about it. And just to say hello, shout out to the viewers. Hello, Felicia Jones Nyler. Hey, Kimberly Anderson. How are you? Thank you for hopping on. Thank you, Satori. Who else we had on here? Yes, thank you, ladies, for hopping in. Please share this out because we really want to put this out into the universe and what have you. So, as I mentioned, we're going to be going over multiple different things on this broadcast. So make sure y'all have your pen and paper out. And we're also going to need your help as those of y'all who are viewing. So if any of you guys want to contribute or participate to this brand new season, as Tawanta mentioned, we do need those of you who are interested in being guests on our sister to sister connection talk show. We would love to hear from you right now so we can start our calendar for special guests. So to do that, all you have to do is text the word speaker or speakers, either or, to bit.ly/, and let me just pull the link up here so y'all can see it here on the screen. Um, Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Just text speakers if you're interested in being a speaker on the show to bit.ly/sister to sisters connect now, all lowercase. Uh, If you're
That's a
interested
lot to
in
say.
being a sponsor, maybe you have an awesome business that you want us to promote on the show when it does launch in January, just text the word sponsor to bit.ly/sisters connect now. Or if you want to be a member inside of our membership community that we're going to be launching, our membership Sister to Sister Connection membership communities, type member, text the word members. Or we're also looking for volunteers as well. So
Mm,
text those keywords, one or
yeah.
all, to bit.ly/sisters connect now. So
Mhm.
let's jump on into this, Mama, because we have a lot to go over today, and we
We do.
really honestly appreciate each and every one of you for bringing it on. But I want to first talk about, like, let's get into first before we get into where have we been, because we had the show back in 2019, we stopped it, and now we're relaunching it, coming back to full circle in 2021. But Tawanta, do you remember when we first decided to do the show together back in 2019?
I do remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember. It was actually I was doing it on my homepage,
Mm-hmm.
and you came on, and I invited you on there, and we just went on, had ourselves a good conversation, girl, and then
Yes.
one thing led to the next, and then after that we started to brainstorm behind the scenes, and then we just took it to a whole nother level, and then that's
Yes.
how we became the dynamic duel, you know um here on social media here on Facebook. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and we really reached out to a lot of sisters at that
Yes, we
time.
have. Yes, we did.
Hmm.
Yes, we did. I remember the day I saw you do your show on your page at the time, and I was
Yeah.
just looking at you, and all of a sudden, this emotion, I call it all from God channeling, really made me feel like we need to combine, because we both wanted to talk about a different conversation, a different
Yeah.
dialogue that was mainly geared towards us, and it sort of evolved into what it became, and which was amazing, which was awesome. And I'm so glad that we came together and really did the damn thing, Tawanta. Like, it was
Hmm.
amazing. So
Hmm.
let's dive into where we have been since then, because like I
Yeah.
said, we launched the show January of 2019. It ran and ran and ran for dozens and dozens of episodes. We built a large following, a lot of attraction to the show. We
Hmm.
had guests on the show at the time, and it was like the light of people's day, like, for real, for real.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna totally just totally throw it out there and be transparent. We stopped doing the show together as a pair because honestly, I backed out, because during that time I was going through a lot. But first, let me fast forward to when you and I first came together and decided to
Hmm.
do this sister sister connection talk show back in 2019. I personally was going through a lot of issues and
Yep.
trauma and and just negativity in my marriage at the time, and
Hmm.
a lot going on that you and I, Tawanta, talked about privately. The whole story, the whole
Yep.
spill. So I was lost at that time, and for me, the type of personality I am, I don't like that the word depression. I was talking to one of my clients last night about it, the other night about it, and that's the word that I don't like to say. Come out of even saying it now is like it making me feel icky. And I'm not trying to down anybody who does feel that way, but for me, I like to dig myself out of whatever negative emotion, negative feeling that I feel at the time. So during that process of me being in one of the most craziest time of my life, I was like, I need an outlet. I need something to do that's going to make me feel better, feel good, and also keep moving forward. So for me, and I'm just being honest, the show for me was my personal therapy. Even though we
Hmm.
helped so many women when we did the show back in
Sure.
2019, it helped me so much, and I know it helped you so much. Literally, guys, after the show, every episode we done, Tawanta and I would talk. We would talk before the show. We would talk after the show. We have tons
Hmm.
of voice notes here in Facebook Messenger of us just chatting. So it was more than just a show for us. Like, we prepared topics. We talked about so much. And so when I decided to walk away from the show in the middle of 2019, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot going on then. It was a lot of me listening to poor advice. It was a lot of me being in the overwhelm, because Miyoko, he's on here. He said something to me months ago, and he's like, Tisha, you're an inner path. Like you take things in, and
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing a show like what we're doing, we're Tawanta and I are listening to a lot of you guys' problems, your issues, your challenges. We feel your tears, and for the most part, that weighs heavy on people who are not ready to take on that load. And like I said, during that time that I left the show, I was very fragile. I was going through issues still in my relationship, and also stepping out of a business partnership months later after I opted out of the show that I had to sever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, God is bringing me into this full circle. And when a couple of weeks back, I think it was early November, all of these, I think we started the show Tawanta in 2018. And let me
Yeah.
tell you why. I'm getting a bunch of Facebook memories
Mm-hmm.
from 2018. So I like that. We started the Sister to Sister Connection talk show back in 2018 around November because now I'm starting to get the episodes and my news feeds coming back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I saw the memories come back up back in November of this year, and I reached out to you, Tawanta, and I said, "Girl, we need to start this show back up again." And first, I said I wanted to apologize to you for walking away, and I want to say that again publicly, Tawanta.
Mm-hmm.
I humbly apologize for
Okay.
breaking the momentum, walking away from the situation, and leaving you sort of high and dry. I'm so sorry, my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And never will that
That's
happen again. So
forgiven.
when I first saw the memories come back up, I
Yeah.
first prayed to God, and I don't always talk about my conversations with God because they're my
Mm-hmm.
personal conversations. But I want to say in this space is that I said I really asked God, like, Lord, like, is this what you want me to do? Is this really like I no? I said, God, am I prepared right now to relaunch the
Mm-hmm.
show?
Mm-hmm.
Because like Miyako just said, empath, I'm an empath, and am I ready to take on everything that's going to, because I had a vision of a wave. Like we started off in like a pond, but I feel like this new relaunch is going to be a wave of women say, oh my God, I need your help, I have this going on, I have that going on, I need support, I need clarity, I need encouragement.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. I know,
And
baby.
I just felt like going right, like right then and there. I reached
Yeah.
out to you and I said, "Girl," I said, voice note. I said, "Girl, can we do this?" Because I didn't know where your head was at the time too. When I reconnected regard. Well, I mean, we connected in between. Happy
Sure.
birthday, Merry Christmas, babies here, things like that. But I also wanted to see, get your headspace on it too. So, that's where I have been. So since then, I've broken away from partnerships that didn't value me. I've really focused on self-development with myself, knowing that the best person to change is me. Okay, not other
Yeah.
people around me.
Right.
And you guys know I just had a baby back in October, Tori Marie, mother of 5 children. And I'm totally at a different orifice or different space in my business and space to me as a woman. And COVID has really, I'm sorry, I don't want to say the pandemic because Facebook doesn't like us to use the C word. The
Mm-hmm.
pandemic has absolutely put things into perspective for me. But yeah, go ahead, Tawanta. Where have you been since the last time we
Ooh. Let's see. Where have I been? Like, well, you're right. When we actually started pairing together like in 2018, and we hit it off strong. We
Yeah.
just came out every week with content after content, and we was just truly breaking walls down for a
Yeah.
lot of sisters out there based on
Mhm.
our topics at that time. But of course, behind the scenes, behind the camera, as she was saying, we were experiencing some personal issues our own,
Mhm.
in my marriage and stuff, going out of whack and everything, and
Mhm.
of course
Mhm.
dealing with yourself as a woman and dealing with all kinds of uh, emotional breakdowns and stuff of
Mhm.
that nature. And I know depression to the fullest degree because I've been there before.
Yes.
So we, and I mean, Letitia and I, we really I think for me, from my perspective, sis, I truly believe that we have became closer as sister friends,
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes versus, on camera, if that makes sense to you, right?
Yes, we have.
Because,
Yes.
we had just laid it all out,
You know, I remember calling you when
Yeah,
I was at one. I don't want to go into detail of what happened,
yeah.
but there was a day that I was bawling, crying, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm about to explode!" And I dropped my kids off at school because I always make sure the kids are good. Okay, no
Hmm.
matter what mom is going through, I
Yeah,
want my value scales. The kids have, are they safe? Are they nurtured? Do they
yeah.
feel protected? And then once I removed them from whatever environment I was in, I called you immediately, bawling, crying. I remember I was
Yeah.
in front of Walgreens. People walking about like, what is
Yeah.
going on? Yeah, go ahead, Mama.
Yeah, I mean, and I believe, like I said, that really, drew us together at that time because we needed each other to just release the frustration and not being judged either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the wonderful thing about the friendship that we have, that we could be able to, speak our truth and not
Mhm.
be judged by it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And all those
Yeah.
things. And so, and as time passed on, it came to 2019. Then eventually we
Mhm.
started to add, and Letitia started to add her clients to be
Mhm.
special guests and everything.
Yeah.
And that really took the show to another level because now we had
Mhm.
a third party, that can, that the audience was really, drawn into because it was someone else different,
Mhm.
someone, that was especially living in another country, but yet they were, they're professionals, they're beautiful,
Mhm.
they're married, they got kids, but yet they
Mhm.
too was going through some emotional challenges and how they were
Absolutely.
trying to balance the two, their professional
Mhm.
career and being a good wife or being a good parent and all these things and
That's
whatnot,
right.
and it really became very, very, it became like a popular vibe. It really, really did at that time. Now, of course, getting to when Letitia, decided, okay, I just can't right this at this moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, it took me aback. I was like, huh? I was like,
Mhm.
wait,
Yes.
what happened?
What? What?
And that
What's
was,
going on?
I think it was like was that like a week before we were supposed to go on live together, if not maybe a
Yes.
few days prior. I'm not sure, but
Mhm.
I was like just surprised and whatnot. So yeah, and we talked about this, and I was like, told her, yeah, I was hurt because I was like, what just happened? Why this
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
But after a while, once time passed on, just to really reflect and everything, like you have a lot going on your end and a lot of
Mhm.
emotional things going on your end and
Mhm.
whatnot. And of course, that's when baby V was born and everything.
Yes.
It was just a whole lot. And
It was a lot.
since then, I continue on doing the sister to sister solo, but then
Mhm.
after a while, things started to change in my life professionally. And and once that started, then it kind of shifted me away from doing sister to sister consistently.
Mhm.
So I eventually just did not make the effort to come back on,
Mhm.
because my schedule was just being utilized for something else, and it's still the same
Mhm.
way now, even though we're in the
Yeah.
pandemic and all of that, but yet my schedule has been compromised, and it's a good thing. There's
Yeah,
nothing
because we're
bad with it,
moms and things
but
change. Yeah.
yes, things change, and it
Mhm.
happens. And of course, like she said, we kept talking behind the scenes, about family and whatever like that. And then when she brought it to my attention about, and she had said a couple of times, it's like, oh, like, oh,
Yeah,
Tawanta,
I
we
would
gotta come
tag you
back.
on stuff. Yeah.
Yes, y'all, you said, girl, we gotta do this, and I'm sitting there
Yes.
like, I don't know, I don't know. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know, and I was like, well, yeah, well, we'll see. And it kept going, and yeah, and even in the memories, I definitely saw some of our shows from the past and
Mhm.
everything, and I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, it looks really cute, looks really good, and I said, wow, we
Yes.
have come a long way. And
we
then,
have.
when she did text me again about it, and she was really, really into it. She was just giving me all kind of feedback about it and
Good.
everything. Like, okay, Lord, what should I do? What should I do?
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Absolutely.
and and then, I said, okay, this work this thing out. And then we did. We actually got
Mm-hmm.
together, we talked about it and stuff, and like I told her, I said, you know what, this is a new season, this is a
Mm-hmm.
new opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
and what was is gone. We don't need
That's
to
right.
rehearse it no
New
more. We
beginning.
don't need to carry that no more. It
Mhm.
is what it is, and look where we are now. you know
That's right.
all the hell we went through, all of the challenges and the drama we've been through, by the grace of God, we still here. We're still
That's right.
here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I thought it was be a perfect timing to actually get
Mhm.
this back on track.
Mhm.
And now, because a lot of us are home more than we have been, of course, and a lot of people are really taking full advantage of the
Mhm.
platforms that is out there, social media, of course,
Mhm.
Instagram, Twitter, all of that.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
people are really utilizing this as a tool, as a teaching tool, as a supporting tool. And so, I just say, why not? Let's go ahead and make this thing happen. And that's
Mhm.
what we've been doing. We still communicating, we still, brainstorming, and
Mhm.
putting our thoughts together and all that good stuff to really make this show bigger, better, and just more popular than before. But more importantly, it's not so much about popularity. I would say that it's just really unity, because
Mhm.
that's what Sister to Sister is all about. Is to
That's right.
unify the sisters together and to really support each other.
Mhm.
Whether you know them or not, whether they
Mhm.
live in your neighborhood or they live across the world, it's
Yep.
all about really supporting that woman and to let her know that there's somebody on the other side of the water that supports my business, that supports what I'm going through as a wife or
Mhm.
as a mom, or what
Mhm.
have you, and there's no
That's
judgment
right.
zone. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Spot
yeah.
on. Spot on. And I see the show that we have, the Sister Connection talk show, is about talking about relationships, is about
Yep.
talking about self-development,
Yep.
support, clarity, healing.
Hmm.
There's a lot of healing that we as women have to, many of us are walking around broken and damaged, right? So it's a lot about that as well. So it's
Yeah.
so many different layers to the Sister Connection talk show that totally has stood out,
Hmm.
online. And once we started to build that momentum, we started to see that us showing up as a pair is a huge
Hmm.
need. Is a huge need. So I want to jump to the comments real quick before we move over to the next thing
Sure.
to watch. Miyoko mentioned, I want to jump to this one, how he said, yes, you both can do it. Making
Oh.
sure you rest, recharge, renew your minds after the intense exchange of that energy on the show is essential. I feel that when I walked away from the show back in 2019, really what I should have did was say, "Hey, girl, let's take a break for a little bit," because a lot of times when you're watching series, like I used to be a huge Game of Thrones viewer, The
Mm.
Borgia, The
Hmm.
Office, all those
Hmm.
series. They don't go back to back to back to back to back. It's like they'll do 12 to 16 episodes and they take like a month break, and or some, like, I still haven't seen Stranger Things. When are y'all gonna come back with another series, Stranger Things? Anyway, I know it's COVID, so probably that held production, but maybe doing it as, and I'm just running this as a suggestion to you, Tawanta,
Hmm.
is we do a certain number of episodes and then we take a break, and then because we went full hard force, like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
we did.
which
We did.
I enjoyed. But just like Yoko said, it's like sometimes you do need that rest because we are both empaths, and we are like, we deal with real issues on the show. This is not no, I'm just gonna hit the go live button and
Yeah, we
talk.
get
Like, this
down
is
to the root.
real commentary. So what do you think about that, Tawanta?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I love it. I think that makes sense. A lot of
Mhm.
productions do that. A lot of
Yeah,
our famous shows do that. They
yeah.
take they start their fall season in early September, and then they have a mid break like in
Mm-hmm.
what, October.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, and this is
Yep.
before the pandemic. You know, they just have
Yeah.
like an early time out, and we get all caught up in our shows, and they just have like a
Yep.
little finale. Like, what the heck? Like, what? Why you gonna leave us
I think
hanging like
more
that?
importantly, taking that break will allow us to rest,
Yes,
recharge, and review. We can sit down in a meeting, and you and I, like Tawanta and I have been meeting several times before we even did this live, just so you know, in preparation of all the awesomeness that we're going to be sharing with you guys and showing you guys in 2021. But it's like going back once we pause in between, you know, after a couple of dozen shows, it's like us to go back and see what can we make better, what can we change, and poll you guys who are going to be in our membership community. So I think that's going to be phenomenal.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. So now let's jump into some of the things that we're going to be giving to you guys, our awesome audience who are going to be watching the show, attending the show, participating, sharing your story, and what have you. Are going to be bringing up awareness-based topics as far as health and wellness, uh, uh, awareness topics to make you guys as our community aware of what is going on in the world as pertains to health. Not so much politics, but we may talk about that a little bit. We don't want to make this a political show, but a lot of
Absolutely.
the things that are going on in the world that we feel that you guys need to be aware of. Because I'm gonna be honest, Tawanta, I don't watch the news that often,
Me either.
but I know a lot of the viewers don't, so we will spend time on bringing you guys aware of the highlighted stuff, not all the drama
Yeah.
that's going on that you guys need to hear without all that nonsense, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. We're
yeah,
definitely going to
yeah.
be tapping into a lot of areas that we don't want to talk about, but it is necessary to talk about it
Mhm,
so we can really educate ourselves and not continue to be, on the sidelines watching everybody else succeed, or upgrade
mhm,
to the next level in their personal professional life and their personal life. So yeah, there
mhm,
are topics we are definitely going to tap on, and of course,
mhm,
adding that special guest that is,
mhm,
has that gift in that area, whether it's in
mhm.
finances or what have you like that. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of things, a whole
Yeah,
lot of
hot topics. Absolutely.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We're also going to get into current events, things that are going on now within the community of Black culture, uh, anything going on within this actual current events, not gossip. It's not, y'all know, if the all y'all viewers who saw us, during our first season, y'all know we're not the gossip show. We're the commentary show. So we're not going to be sharing breaking news and things like that. That's not our favorites for real women who want to have real conversations. So we'll be going over any type of current events and also any live events that Tawanta and I are collaborating with doing in 2021. So we'll keep you guys abreast of that, if that makes any sense, right, Tawanta?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Okay, so also, which I'm so excited about, we just don't. Okay, Tawanta and I had this conversation about how we just don't want the show to just be a live broadcast where you listen and then you go on about your business. We know from even the last season that we did this show was that people wanted more. Like we made them aware of whatever challenge or trial or tribulation that they're going through at the time. We brought things out there to the forefront, but we realized that there were women who were watching this that needed more support, more clarity, healing, all the better communication, all these things. So, as an
Hmm.
extension to the Sister Connection talk show, we're going to create a Sister to Sister Connection membership community at extremely low cost, to where you could come in and get more exclusive content from us. One-on-one engagement, chatting with us. We're going to be uploading so much videos in there, even more topics. We're going to really do work in that community, right, Tawanta?
Yeah, we are. We are. It's
Yeah.
it's really, and this is something I think that's taken this whole beauty into another dimension, I would say. It
Mhm.
really, really is, because this is more personal in a sense. With that membership, you get
Mhm.
to get, learn more about us, about,
Mhm.
the community, and get all these additional bonuses, I would say,
Yeah.
in that community, versus just, in the public view like this.
Exactly. And you may want to talk about something that you can't comment on the show. And this is in Tawanta would tell you there will be some episodes where we would talk about some hot topics, not like gossiping, but just really like things about marriage, about relationship, about trauma, about abuse, and things like that. And it will be crickets in the chat. And then it wasn't until after we hit that, in button on the live that people would inbox us and say, girl, like you literally touched on something that I've been dealing with and meditating about for months. So, with that said, we wanted to create this community for that as well. The membership community is going to be that opportunity to where in a private space, you can just say however you feel or ask any type of questions or share your story of what happened and get feedback and support from the community. This digital space, guys, has absolutely been an outlet for millions of women all over the world. And we want to extend that inside of our Sister to Sister Connection membership community, which we will be launching in 2021. But for those of you who are interested in learning more about it, just text the word members to bit.ly/sisters connect now. Okay. Um, yeah, so we're super pumped about that. Super pumped. It's going to be a lot in there that we're going to plug in there as well. So, Sister Spotlight. Sister Spotlight. As Tawanta mentioned earlier, we're going to have special guests on the show. If you are interested, going back to the Sister to Sister membership community, it's open for everyone. You don't have to have a business. I just want to make that clear. It's not like a Sister to Sister Connection business networking community. It's not that. You can have a business. You don't, or if you don't have a business, it's for everyone. Okay. Sister Spotlight special guest. So we will be having special guests on the show. Now, let me just be clear about the special guest thing. You have to be transparent. You have to be open. It can't be, well, I'll be a special guest, but I don't want to talk about this. I only want to talk about that. You don't need to be a special guest on the show. If you watch any of our previous episodes, you know that we talk about hard topics. We talk about things that really is not spoken about in the Black women culture. So we really head on a lot of topics that people are afraid to talk about. So if you're like shy, you're nervous that, oh my God, if my husband sees it, or if my sister sees it, or if my mom sees it, they're going to be upset with me, then you should not be a special guest on the show. So if you are transparent, open, and you're ready to just say, hey, I'm willing to talk about whatever, because I know that these conversations are going to impact women like me all over the world, then text us the word speakers to bit.ly/sisters connect now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tawanta, you want to add anything to that, sis?
Yeah, definitely. As she said, this is all about transparency. When you actually get to that point in your life when you are ready to be transparent, it's all about freedom. It
Mm-hmm.
really, really is. When God has helped you through that process of what you have gone through, you are ready, emotionally ready, mentally ready,
Yeah.
spiritually ready to
Mm-hmm.
share your story, because your story is going to be a blessing for someone else that is
Your
going through,
testimony.
and
Yes.
they are hiding behind their mask. They're
Mm-hmm.
hiding behind the doors, and because they don't want to be judged, or they don't want to be talked about or looked upon. This is the perfect time for you to actually to say, you know what, sis, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you looking at a living witness. Okay.
That's right.
I gone through this abuse. I dealt with this fight, or whatever the case may be, and I am a
Mm-hmm.
survivor. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I created this platform, this organization. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
and that really will truly, I'm telling you, y'all, that will be such a wonderful blessing for multiple of people. If it's just one person, it didn't go in vain. Your story did not go in vain. So yes, it's important that you definitely prepare yourself and be ready to say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, girl, I ain't got no problems. Come on, let's
I ain't
go.
got no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to also plug in because one of my lives I did, Tawanta, a couple of weeks back, and I was telling the audience about the relaunch of the show. Someone asked, well, I'm not black, so should, will I be able to, be a guest, or would I be able to, should I watch? Now, we're not like saying, you know, y'all, other nationalities can't come here. But the reason why I keep saying black women, for women of color is because, you know, obviously there's a lack of representation as it pertains to black women out there on social media and just all over on television. So we're creating a show for women who look like us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and as a black woman, I don't know the challenges that other nationalities go through because I'm a black woman. I only know the challenges, the issues, and all those things
Mm-hmm.
that happens to me as a
Mm-hmm.
black woman, and black women that I know also, Tawanta as well. So we're really more big on representation and less about trying to fit in with all the other shows on the internet right now that talk about we are black and we're about black, but then they don't have black representation on their platform.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what I'm talking about. And Tawanta, do you mind if since we're talking about having special guests on the show, do you mind if I say what our first topic is going to be in January?
Sure.
So our first topic, thank you, love. Our first topic in January is going to be sister versus sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sister versus sister. So
Mm-hmm.
really that topic is about how we as black women feel that we are always in competition with each other. It's
Come
like
on.
it's a doggy dog world. And I
Mm-hmm.
look around, I'm like, girl, why? I'm not your competitor. I'm your sister.
Yeah.
This is why
Yeah.
I call everybody sis. It's just like we are the
Mm-hmm.
shit. And it's like we're just always in competition with our sister. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to talk about that on the first episode of the Sister Sister Connection. If you feel that you can contribute, we don't have to have one guest, right, Tawanta? We have 10 people here on StreamYard.
You do?
And your perspective, how you
Yeah.
felt that sense of like, oh my God, I'm a little bit jealous of my sister. She has something better than me. She's smarter. She's more charismatic. She's, like, have you ever felt that you felt you was in competition? Not with your blood sister. I'm talking about, it could be at your job. Oh, girl, I have so much to say about that. In
Yeah.
the corporate world, how,
Yeah.
oh God, I can't wait till we talk about this topic. I have so much to share about that. So
Right.
if you
Right.
feel like you're in competition with another black woman that has a business and you're like, oh my God, or maybe whoever who, like if you feel that you have something to contribute to that, definitely text us the word speakers to bit.ly/sisters connect now. Come off this
Mm-hmm.
live and go to bit.ly/sisters connect now and text the word speakers. All right. So yes, I'm excited about that. So we don't have to have just one speaker. If you feel you can contribute to the topic, we can have multiple speakers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the last thing, well, we got the last thing. The second to last thing is Sister Soldier, Sister Soldier segment. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave it to Tawanta to explain what that is. And I'm telling you guys, when she first told me, I was like, girl, that's awesome.
Yeah. This is Sister Soldier segment that I think is going to be absolutely amazing. What it's going to be, it's going to be about basically a young woman, or just a woman in general, that has
Mm-hmm.
paved the way, that has fought the fight, that has been through the storm, that's been through hell, that's been through the hurricane. She lost some things, she lost,
Mm-hmm.
she most died or whatever, but this girl comes back,
Mm-hmm.
reformed, re-energized. She comes back more stronger. Her
That's
feet
right.
is planted. Her head is strong. She's focused.
Yes.
And that could be anybody. It doesn't
Anybody.
necessarily has to. It doesn't have to be a celebrity in that regard, which is cool because I
Mhm.
know there's some people that I admire that are celebrities, but I wanted to really focus on our neighbor in a sense,
Yes.
somebody that's, right in the neck of the woods, that
Yes.
has really they don't really get the attention that they deserve to get. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that the Sister Soldier segment will be something that's going to really open the doors for that particular woman, you know, and you know, we could just, you know, put her voice out there and just say, you know, power to Letitia Campbell, because this girl is fierce. She's, you know, a powerhouse. You know, she's dominated. She broke down so many walls for other women to come on and start their business, you know, via social media and this, that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that would be something great, something different, of course. And I'm excited about it. I'm very, very excited about it. I don't even have my laptop with me, but Letitia, tell me what are they saying about it? Are they hype about this idea, and even all the others that we have brought to their attention?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we have, you know, Sasha Figueroa says it's exciting. It's yeah, we're getting a lot of good feedback in the chat. But I want to add the soldier part. You know, when you told me Sister Soldier, like a soldier is someone who, like, imagine, you know, you're in war, you have no fear, you're mission driven, you're order driven. Like, we all have an order, an assignment in our lives. And that's what a soldier focus on, and on any means necessary. At any means necessary, they're going to complete their assignment. They're going to complete their mission. You know, they'll die for the mission. You know, so I love when you brought up that idea, Tawanta, to add that as a segment, as part of the show. It could be, you know, you could be a woman who is just, you maybe don't have a business, but maybe you help the community. Maybe you're the one that, you know, there's a lady on my street. She has a garden, and she literally goes door to door and say, "Hey, do you need onions? Do you need peppers?" Like those things. That's vital, right? It's like, I just enjoy the fact that we're going to be adding this to the show, because I believe that if you're showing that you can do it and things are possible, then everyone else is going to feel the same way. And that type of message just lasts from generation to generation to generation.
Yeah.
Right.
And let me just say this too, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, babe.
No, go ahead.
But think about a soldier, like, for real. Like, my dream at the time when I was in college, I wanted to join the Marine Reserve. I love the Marine Corps. Hoorah!
I didn't know that.
Them, girl, yes, I wanted to join, but my mom was like, "No."
Your mom was like, "Hell no!" She was like, "No." It ain't happening.
Come on. But, you know, if you are familiar with military, some of you probably are a veteran. Some of you probably have someone in the family that was an officer or what have you. And if you've been to their neck of the woods, as soon as they get off that bus, that drill sergeant is on them right on rice, man. They're going to go through all kinds of different things that's going to tear them down emotionally and mentally. And through that 8 or 16 weeks training, they will eventually start growing, and they start building this strong, you know, dominant, you know, powerhouse, you know, because, you know, through that cycle of change, they're going to go through things that's going to showcase, reveal their strengths, but also their weaknesses. And we as sisters, look at our life. Out here is the war. You know, and we are dealing with all kinds of different things that's going to showcase our strengths as well as our weaknesses. And 9 times out of 10, our weaknesses is what really put us down to the floor. Some of us don't get up for a minute, but then some of us do get up. And when we get up, you better be ready. You better be ready for the impact. Okay, because I've been through this training, man, and I'm tired of this drill sergeant up in my face. So I'm ready to show the world that this was hard, you know, that death was hard, the loss of the job was hard, but I have a purpose, I have a calling, I have a ministry, and I have to do what God has called me to do. So you're gonna go. That's what the Sister Soldier is all about. Really applauding that powerhouse, man, applauding that woman. And like Letitia said, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be in that position of being a professional, artist or what have you. It could be a stay-at-home mom. And Lord knows there's a lot of stay-at-home moms out here that has 6+ kids, you know, and maybe have kids from her husband from a previous relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
The things that she had to endure and fight and go through, you know,
amen.
just to get noticed, just to get respected, or whatever the case may be. She went through some stuff. And now this girl is, you know, now people honor her, they value her, they respect her. You know what I mean? And she's still giving. Even through all that heat, she's still giving. She's still sharing, you know, giving her love and working out with the community, helping out and supporting and all those things. So that's what this Sister Soldier is all about, man. And I cannot wait to get that thing rolling, because I really want to see and applaud that sister that we're going to, you know, put that
And
spotlight on.
And celebrate each other. We have came so far. We as Black women have accomplished so much, and we're still dealing with so much. And with that said, we wanted to create this platform. Thank you so much, Geneva, for the hearts. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, please share this out. We wanted to create this platform, create this space to where your voice can be heard. And not only can be heard, it can now be appreciated. Because Tawanta and I, we're both confident ass women. And the most important thing we want to do, we don't want to be alone at the top. We want to bring you guys into this community, more importantly, into this conversation, and knowing that you can absolutely speak freely without being judged, without being cut off, without feeling like you're being sort of like set aside in a sense of that who you are and the things you have gone through is like not a big deal. Everything you have gone through is a big deal. And there is we want to create a platform to where it is your time. It's your time now. It's your turn. I did a post the other day and saying it's time to say it's my turn. It's my turn to make my dreams a reality. It's my turn to make my voice be heard. It's my turn to put me first. And I think saying that is so powerful. And I feel even now as I'm speaking, all these chills are coming across, because I know that what we're doing together is going to impact so many women. And those of y'all who hop on, we're going to learn a lot from you. You know, we're going to learn a lot from y'all, this special guest. So don't think that you're even in any type of competition or we're like, oh, we up here, you're down here. It's not about that. We're going to learn from each other. And that's how we grow, and that's how we impact. That's how we make so many things happen. So
and we need that right now. We need that more than ever, because it's just so much going on in this world, and it's so much going on in our communities. It's so much going on in our culture, in a negative way. And we definitely, you know, and we see it more now here on via social media. We see it more now because people, you know, don't have nothing else better to do but to come on and you know, dish out their drama, you know, on social media and stuff and everything. And that still, you know, showcases a negative vibe. You know, it's just poisonous to the senses, man. And you know, this, I believe, is a powerful show that's going to eliminate that. That's the goal, to eliminate
we're
that.
Going to celebrate Black women. We're going to celebrate Black women. You know, and I always say, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. We're celebrating Black women. We're saying, you know what? We are amazing. We're awesome. We're powerful. We're impactful. And we have something to say. And now this is the platform to say it on. Despite who's listening, say it in front of your haters. Say whatever you have to say in front of your naysayers. But God damn it, say it. Say it.
Don't hold nothing back.
Tawanta and I both have girls that we're raising. Tawanta has 2 girls. I have 3 girls. And look, we want them to look back and say, wow, my mother said it. Our mom,
Auntie know me.
said it. Auntie Lakeisha said it. She said it for me.
Yes.
You know, so we're creating this pedigree of Black, celebrating Black women, bringing things to light, having conversation. This is why we say, if you want to be a guest on the show, you have to be open. You have to be transparent. You can't tell us, well, I don't want to talk about this topic. Can you? No. Okay. If you want to say, I want to show up, we're going to show up. So that's going to be important. Another thing is about, oh wow, you guys, they're hearting it up.
Wonderful.
We love you guys. We love you guys for sure.
Mwah.
So another thing also is that, and this was on the agenda, but I'm going to bring it up. We're going to create a YouTube channel for the show. We're going to be creating a podcast for the show. So anytime you guys miss an episode, you can listen to it, on the drive or doing errands. We're going to create an Instagram channel for the show. What else do you want to?
Oh God,
A
this is
Facebook
so
page
much.
for the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like I
we're
said,
gonna have
we've
some
been like,
merchandise as well that you guys can
yeah.
purchase. That's gonna have different manifestos on it.
Hmm.
Uh a bunch of different things. Like we like I said, Tawanta and I have we're gonna have actually another meeting before Christmas just to tie everything in. But yeah, we're also gonna set up a cash app as well in case you guys want to donate to the show for production and things like that. I think that sums it up of everything we're gonna have.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Pretty
Yeah,
much. I'm just excited about what's to come in the next few weeks.
yeah, and if you guys have any topic ideas to say, hey, I would love for this to be spoken about, or maybe you guys saw something, out there on the news and you want us to talk about it on the show, because there's a lot of things
Yeah.
going on with the Black women as a whole, but maybe you've seen something on the news, online, on a blog, and you're like, well, can you read this blog and just tell me what your commentary is about this particular blog. So we would love for you to hear any suggestions. But the first topic of our show in January is going to be sister versus sister. That's going to be juicy.
That's gonna be juicy.
Yes, yes. And Tawanta, I promise you, Mama, I promise you on everything, I love my sister. Mama not walking away. Okay. And what you should have said is, bitch, what the fuck talking about? We ain't ending nothing. That's what I'm gonna do to you if you decide, girl, it's too much.
Yes.
I'm like, girl, no, you're not.
It's gonna be gangster.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Gonna be a lot. It really, really is. Yeah.
But
and I mean, like, we have fun like this. We do.
Yes.
We have fun. But at the end of the day, honestly, it's all about change. Change is not easy, but it is so necessary, y'all. It really, really is. And we just want this show to truly impact your lives and change your life for the better, and hopefully this will give you that momentum to just get up and start doing something, or doing something that you should have been doing for a while,
That's right.
And I truly believe 2021 is going to be the starting year for a lot of people to really start to branch out and really showcase their true calling, their true skills and whatnot. Because everybody's doing it at home. People are doing their things at home and selling it, selling their dream or that kind of thing. But yet behind all of that, though, is still a lot of emotional issues going on, a lot of insecurities. Because no matter how far we get to the top, there's still a lot of emotional blockage.
That you want to take off
that kind of that kind of challenges us. Like we said at the beginning of this show, we both experienced that. We get overwhelmed to the point like I don't know if I can do this anymore. And I don't want to be like a failure, or I don't want to be like a quitter, and I don't want people, people's lies, come up saying, I was told you she was not good. I told you this, that.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Done that. Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all, those of y'all who are watching us right now, y'all listen to some God-fearing women. Let me tell y'all. So if you don't believe in God, you don't need to be watching us. I think, opening up, certain episodes of the show in prayer, I think would be very much so important, because there's so much we're going through right now as Black women, as a community, and I'm really excited. 2021 is about expansion, is about literally just hitting that go button, falling flat on your face, getting right back up and doing it again, and just being a better you. I always say, instead of us going out there and trying to change the people around us, the best change you can make is in yourself, which is what I had to do last year, and now everything is coming back to full circle. I've gotten rid of all the distractions, that I'm really doing things to value my time more. And I know a lot of people don't like that, because they're used to seeing me and showing up all, be like, okay, no problem, I'll do this. And I'm really saying, I'm saying no more.
Right. Right.
Which
You're
is a
saying
great
no more. I'm
feeling.
done. I'm done.
Yes. Saying no
Yeah.
more. I'm like, no. Because
Yeah.
I feel
And
like I
go
gave
ahead,
so
babe.
I gave so much to people, and I have to say, you know what? No. Go
Hmm.
ahead, Mama.
No, I was about to ask you, is there any questions that, are, that any of our family out there want to ask us before we head on out?
Yeah, guys,
Um,
let us know. What are your questions? Let us know in the chat. Do you guys have any questions about the show? If some of y'all like, well, I'm confused. What's the show going to be about? Ask it in the comments, and we can go over it again, of what the show's going to
mhm,
be about. But to sum it up, and let me know, Tawanta, if I miss anything, is that
mhm.
the show is, we're going to be talking about relationship. We're going to talk about
Yeah.
self development. We're going to be talking about support, clarity, healing. We're going to be
Hmm.
talking about like really like hot topics that really goes challenges that is amongst us as Black women. Did I miss anything, Tawanta? I feel like I missed a lot.
Not really. I think you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about. Did you mention health? We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
health
health.
and wellness. Yes.
Yeah, because that's something we
Yes.
definitely need to talk about more. More now than ever, since we've been home a lot. And all those
Mhm.
things. What else? What else? What else? I think we pretty much nailed it for now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Mhm.
it's gonna be a lot of great topics. So we already have topics pre-planned. Our
Yeah.
first topic is going to be about sister versus sister.
Hmm.
Um, I do a lot of research on a lot of other shows, like the ones that we're creating, and we're going to be very much so intentional on the dialogue and the conversations that we have. It's
Hmm.
not going to be like, oh, we're going to be bashing our brothers. No, it's not. It's not like, because I see that a lot with a lot of shows,
Hmm.
that where it's like that whole, brother bashing. It's not
Oh
going to be
yeah.
that. There's a lot of amazing brothers out there, including my brother, Melvin
Absolutely.
Witten. He's beyond amazing.
Hmm.
Shout out to my brother, yes. And
Yeah.
DJ Smokey. So Killer One. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. All
Hmm.
right, so it's not going to be that. It's going to be an outlet for all women. It's going to be positivity, encouragement, um, steadfastness. It's just going to be awesome. I'm
It
excited.
really is. I'm excited too. I can't wait to get it going. It's gonna be fun.
It's going going. It's
But
going to stay.
we definitely can't wait to start the membership, the community membership. That's gonna be a real bonus right there, because we
Yeah.
really want to, start building a deeper relationship with you all,
Mhm,
and really support you and
mhm,
support your dreams and the things that you
mhm.
want to fulfill in life, this
That's
coming this
right.
coming new year and all that stuff. So make sure, ladies, if this is something you definitely want to participate in, put that down on your Christmas list or what have
That's
you, or your wish list or whatever, and make it happen. Make it
that's
happen.
right.
And that's something too that we talked about in the previous show about
Mhm.
procrastination. I don't think you
That's
have put
right.
that out there, but we definitely need to talk a little bit more about that too.
That's right.
Sitting on
Juan
our
and I are
boom boom,
both,
yeah,
but
sitting on our boom boom and just
not
waiting
doing
for
anything.
whatever. No, it is
Mhm.
time to really act on it, and and just go with it.
Just
Just
go.
do it afraid. Do it afraid. Period. Do it afraid.
And Tawanta and I are both, stay-at-home moms, and that was
Yeah.
one thing that people really most got attracted to, because we wasn't like the 9 to 5 moms that just came on live and started just to have a conversation. Being a stay-at-home mom is a struggle. It's more of a
No.
struggle than working at a job. So that was tons of topics. We talked about that in itself, is the fact that we're not supported. We sometimes we don't get that. Yeah, you got this. I'm in your corner. So it was
Mhm.
that too that we brought to the forefront, and
Yeah.
which was phenomenal. You don't see women like us on the internet talking like, having these type of conversations and still continuously showing up. So that was
Yeah.
a gift in itself for people to really see that. I'm like, oh my God, like, wow.
Yeah. And
So
we want
we
to
do
change
want this
that. We
show
want to
picked
change
up.
that.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, I said, and that's the goal. We want to change that. You
That's
know,
right.
we
Yeah.
want to change that. We want to actually start birthing out other shows from
Hmm.
this. You know,
Hmm.
we the parent, but here we are birthing out someone starting their show with,
Hmm.
pairing up with another sister, and they have their vibe going on or whatever.
Hmm.
It's really just, really changing the negative, of what we see here on social media,
That's
and
right.
really bringing in the positive,
Hmm.
because it really starts with us. It starts
That's
with
right.
us. No matter how
Thank y'all
much we
so
go
much.
out and preach and yell out to, to the police or to, whoever,
Hmm.
we have our responsibility. We can
Hmm.
make our community better if we do our part. So it
That's
starts
right.
home based, right? It starts with us.
It absolutely does. It starts with us, it finishes with us. And like I said, and I'm gonna continuously repeat this, we're going to talk about head on uh conversations and commentary that really is going to be geared towards what you're going on in your current life, your lifestyle right now. So,
Mhm.
oh God, this is going to go through so many different places. I see this show being picked up, uh, by streaming networks, to where we're going to be broadcasting nationally, internationally. Um, I see all that in the foreseeable future, and I'm looking up our tagline, where we decided on a hashtag. Tawanta, correct me if I'm wrong. Hashtag Heart Sisters.
Uh, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
Remember,
I know
yeah.
it has
So
sisters, but was it Heart Sisters? Maybe it was.
yes, Heart Sisters, which
It
is not
was.
sisters, yeah, not sisters by blood, but sisters by heart. You gave me that
Yes,
idea. You sent me that
I
picture.
did. I did. Yes.
We talk
Yes,
about
girl,
so
help
much,
me
guys.
with my
Don't mind us.
mind. Okay.
Yes, don't mind us, guys. So it's Heart Sisters, and
Yes, Heart Sisters.
Tawanta, where did you get that tagline from? Like, what made you, send that to me and say, "Whoa, this is it"? Because I know I asked you, "What should I tagline be?" And then you sent me that.
Yeah. I actually came across that through Instagram when I was just
Hmm.
scrolling through, and I just saw an image, and it had that phrase, and it just came right on time. And that was
Hmm.
during the time where, like I said, we was just really starting to get this thing going, and I just
Hmm.
threw that there for you, and I just thought that was just perfect, a perfect
Phenomenal
statement.
idea.
Yeah, perfect
Yeah,
statement. Yeah.
that was awesome. And I,
Hmm.
and I felt the connection when you did send me that. I was like, oh, we're gonna
Hmm.
put that. That's gonna be it, girl. And then so
Hmm.
the hashtag, and I just said, okay, hashtag Heart Sisters, because that could be our hashtag, whatever. But I do know that when Tawanta and I are not sisters by blood, we're not related in any capacity at all.
Hmm.
But we are heart sisters. We
Hmm.
have that heart to heart connection, and which I've had with several women in my life, where it was beyond friendships. It was like, we are heart sisters, girl. Like, girl, if you need me. And Tawanta from New Jersey, so she, listen, we know we both live. She said many a times, like, girl, you need me to come up there because I bring the goons, honey.
Yeah,
What
come
part of New
on.
Jersey you from? Want to let them know.
I'm like that now with my kids, my daughters. They have issues with their teacher. Like, do I need to
Yeah,
call?
let me call me.
Do
What
I need
part
to
of New
talk
Jersey
to
you from?
somebody?
Let them know. Let them know what part of New Jersey you from, Mama.
Okay,
You heard me, girl.
I heard you. I'm gangster like that. Trust
Yep.
me.
What part of New Jersey are you from? What part of New Jersey?
From Newark, New
North.
Jersey.
That's what I was like. She from North, girl. I
Brick
have family in
City,
North.
what's up?
North is an interesting place. I remember when I have family in Newark, Elizabeth, Linden, and them people be in your car like, who
Okay,
you?
so
Who you?
who you?
North,
What you want?
North don't play. I love it. I
Girl.
love every bit of it. So, I mean, that's all we have today for you guys. We just wanted to pop on live and talk about the first look of our Sister to Sister Connection talk show relaunch. And I want to say once again, we need you guys' help. So if you want to be a speaker, a sponsor, a member, or a volunteer, definitely text us at bit.ly/Sisters Connect Now. That's in all lowercase. We will send you more information the minute you text us. So I know some of y'all left it in the comments of my other live. Just send us a text so that way we can remember. Because some of y'all said they want to be speakers, and I totally forgot 2 of y'all that said you want to be a speaker. So send us over to the text so we can. Hey, welcome back, Therese. So we can send you more information about that. But we're excited.
Very excited.
It's the
Very, very.
kickoff. This is the
Yeah.
kickoff. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys for watching and sharing and liking and chatting the chat up. If those of you who are watching the replay, please share any questions that you may have. Tawanta and I will be checking the chat after. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good night. Be safe and God bless. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.